I'm Gary Hess, News Radio WRVA, the voice of Virginia.
Hey, downtown rolling past Capitol Square, Chesterfield grind and everybody's there. Headlights moving only on the arrows. Rich has your back while the morning rolls. Wake up with Rich and win the day. Don't spend your morning playing catch up. Richmond's morning news keeps you on your way. 8 a.m. now win the day.
Come on, let's win the day. Either you wake up with Richmond's morning news, or to be candid with you, you're just going to be playing catch up the rest of the day. Thank you so much for making us a part of your morning. We got a lot to get to in the next hour. Tom Garrett, member of the House of Delegates. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth. Former member of the House of Representatives as well. We'll talk about this budget. He had some very interesting things to say yesterday. You've heard some of the quotes this morning. Can't wait to talk to him coming up at 8:35 this morning. So, with that being said, I'll remind everybody your text messages coming up at 8:30 is coming up. We read them at 6:55, 7:55, 8:55, and then something new. We're starting the 9:33 experiment. I have no idea what's going to go on. There's times where I'll pick a topic and everybody blows up. Like we talked one day about are people that back into parking spaces menaces to society? And we talk about everything under the sun. You never know what you're going to get at the 9:33 experiment. I'll give you a little primer right now. We'll prime the pump for you. Today, Dave, I'm going to bring up the SAVE Act. You saw a Supreme Court decision yesterday saying that, states can pretty much count their votes however they want, which means Donald Trump is now really going, hey, we've got to get the SAVE Act passed. What's the big deal? What is the problem with anybody being asked to show an ID to vote? I don't understand. We'll talk about that coming up 9:33. But the big part that I love is that we take your telephone calls and read your text messages together. You just never know. It could be a great experiment. It could blow up in our face. We just never know. That's what we call it, the 9:33 experiment. Okay, we'll get all that for you coming up on the program. Like I said, Tom Garrett will join us. Oh, and then there's a story going around. How many people are proud to be Americans as we get ready for USA 250? Dave, can I tell you I ruined the perfect broadcast today? Again. I messed up again. And when I mess up and I realize that, I'll tell you. And gosh knows, if I mess up, you will let me know on the James WRVA text. I keep saying the Washington Memorial. It's the Washington Monument. I'm just so excited about being up there.
Yes, the Washington Monument is the correct name.
Yeah, so I apologize.
It's not a memorial. It's a Lincoln Memorial.
Right.
Jefferson Memorial.
Washington Monument. Did you see what they're going to do, though?
What?
To the monument?
Oh, aren't they going to project something?
They're going to project on. Were we working together on New Year's? When did you get here? Before or after New Year's? After New Year's.
Yeah.
So New Year's Day, what were we doing? We're off doing something, and I convinced
the news brief.
I convinced my wife, let's go to Washington D.C. I got to see the Washington Monument lit up, and we did. It was beautiful. They're going to do it again during the 4th of July, and I'm going to be right there. I got invited to a party from the White House. They're having a viewing party right there at the Washington Monument. And I'm going to be right there for that. I'm so excited. It's going to be so cool. All right. Enough of my being excited like a little kid on Christmas morning. Let's get to Richmond's morning news. Story number one. Guess what? We got a budget. And Tom Garrett's going to talk about that coming up here in just a few moments.
Number one. Virginia, we finally got a budget. Guess what paid the price?
All right, so they raid the piggy bank. They attack the data centers. Like, oh, look, we'll just take money from them. There's so much in here that I think is just garbage. We'll talk about that with Tom Garrett. Poorly written, waited to the very last minute. Good job, General Assembly and the governor's office getting that done. Story number two. We're waiting for big decisions from the Supreme Court of the United States today.
Number two.
All right, today we should hear their decisions on transgender athletes and birthright citizenships. Expecting that to come down about 10 o'clock. Kilmeade will be all over it. Dana Lash, and then, of course, Jeff Katz on your way home. Story number three. Hey, if you love styrofoam cups to drink sodas out of, too bad after tomorrow.
Number 3.
All right, Virginia has a statewide ban on styrofoam from restaurants. They're done tomorrow. And then I just saw that City of Richmond's going to have a Karen line. I called it a snitch line earlier. I'll call it a Karen line. Could you imagine what those telephone calls? Hi, my name is Karen. I'm over here at the fan. And there is a man drinking out of a styrofoam cup. I demand he be put in jail. No, put him in the stockade forever. Yeah, that's going to be really, really good, having a Karen line for Karens to call and scream. And while you're at it, he didn't use his turn signal. He should be in prison for life. What? I really, Dave, can we do this?
That's what.
Can we find a psychologist to explain to me what is going on in the minds of Karens that just come out of nowhere and start screaming at people?
I can tell you that right now.
What?
Lack of medication. All right, I went to wrong line of work. I should have been a psychologist.
There you go. That make me laugh. All right, story number 4. U.S. and Iran to have technical talks today over the MOU.
Number 4.
President Trump put it in plain English with this post on Truth Social, saying, quote, Iran has requested a meeting. It will take place tomorrow in Doha. Well, the post came just hours after top Iranian officials said there are no talks planned for this week, but the White House still insists top diplomats will be flying there for meetings. They are supposed to be technical talks about the Memorandum of Understanding. And Trump says there's actually quite a bit on the agenda. Adding to the high-stakes nature of the deal, Israel, which is not part of the MOU, says it could be at war with Iran within 2 days.
All right, so that is the latest of what's going on with the U.S. and Iran. They'll have more talks. I will tell you, though, that the Iranian president did come out in a post saying, yes, we are committed to the MOU. So you hear one thing one day, another the next. I will remind everybody, in that part of the world, I think that they are negotiating, but they're also making sure they stay true to their beliefs with their constituents. Meaning, if it's a theocracy, if you go, hey, we want to go over here and negotiate with the U.S. when you've been screaming death to the big Satan and death to the little Satan for the last almost 50 years, it's hard to make those two things square up. So I think you see some statements that are purely for internal purposes and then external purposes, but we'll see what happens today in their face-to-face meeting in Qatar. I think it's Kushner and Witkoff who have been the primary negotiators for the Trump administration. And today, just in case you're wondering, is Social Media Day.
Number 5.
Okay, stop. Oh, all those tones that make up social media. But do you understand how much social media controls your life? Do you understand how much social media sets the agenda? Some facts. The average person spends 141 minutes a day on social media. Over 5.4 billion people have used social media in 2025. 84% of Americans say they watch YouTube. 71% have used Facebook. 50% are on the gram, except for Super Dave. You're not on the gram.
No, I'm not on the gram.
How come?
I just never did it. I don't know. It's just, I don't have nothing against the gram. It's just.
Seems like you're anti-gram.
The social media I have is enough.
And you're not a big social media guy in the first place.
Not really. It's okay. It's just become a cesspool.
Yeah, I'm not into social media or AI or digital or anything like that, right?
Just remember when all these thoughts used to be kept in people's heads and now they put them on social
media. They became Karens.
Yeah, and now it's useless. Politics ruins everything. Nothing in the history of anything has anybody ever said, wow, that really was terrible until politics got involved. No, politics ruins everything, and it's ruined social media.
Okay, so now the curmudgeon is done talking. Super Dave, get off my lawn. I will tell you, if you follow us on Instagram, News Radio WRVA, I've got a treat for you. So we talked to Mason Myers in the last hour,
yes.
Right?
Yeah, he was very good.
He was great. And he said, hey, Rich, I'll send you some photos of what all the setup looks like. So if you go to our Instagram page, at News Radio WRVA, you'll actually see where they set up I think this was 8,000 tubes they were shooting up for a fireworks show he did recently. So he sent me all those. I posted them to our Instagram page. All right, that's it. We're done. Is that it? Are you telling me to wind it up?
Yeah, 5's enough.
5's enough? I don't think I would have had a 6 today. So anyway, that's your Richmond's Morning News Brief this morning here on News Radio WRVA. Okay, again, we'll talk with Tom Carrot. I can't wait to see what he has to say about the budget
Pearson.
that got figured out yesterday. I guess she's going to sign it today. So thank goodness we'll avoid the government shutdown since the Democrats control the governor's office, the Senate, and the House of Delegates. But it took them to the very last day to pass a budget. Wow. All right. Today's program brought to you by our friends at Pearson Signature Dealerships. So